So this is a Fleetwood Sonata. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. In front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll take you through these in person here on site. In the front locker you have your gas regulator on the bulkhead. As you can see, you've got your gas yellow shut-off valve there if you ever want to isolate the gas supply. You've then got your 2 gas bottle tie-downs where you can carry a maximum of 2 6-kilogram propane gas bottles at any time on board the caravan. Coming down the side of the caravan, or from the front of the caravan here, you'll see the wind down legs underneath. They are just there for stabilising the caravan, they're not there for lifting the van. If you lifted the caravan with these, it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. You've then got your battery box within this side, you've got the battery on this side of the battery box, you've got the mains power lead on this side, and we can transfer over your battery and gas bottles, etc. while you're here on site during your handover. You've then got your water pump connection. So the pump itself pushes into the side of the van. As you can see, got a connection there and a connection inside. Push it into place and lock it in. The pump itself will drop down inside the anchor roll, and I'll demonstrate how this works once we go inside the caravan. Heating and hot water flow cover, you'll need to remove this cover to anything gas inside the caravan. And again, if you have this on, it will not ignite on gas if you have the cover on. The wheel nuts will torque while you're here on site, since they've been tightened correctly into the manufacturer's setting. We've then got our grey waste pipes coming out the side of the van. So you'll see 2 bits of grey pipe, or you have 2 bits of grey pipe that go into the larger diameter holes on the outside of the van, and that is for your wastewater. So the fresh water goes in the front here, and the wastewater comes out down the side. They're essentially there to, essentially one of those will be from the sinks, and one of those will be from the shower. You've then got your toilet flush tank on the back of the caravan, or in the side of the caravan. So this is the toilet flush tank. You take the cap off here, and you'll put in 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. You can empty it by tipping this, turn this neck round, and it'll allow you to empty that toilet flush tank out. Then in the bottom, you've got the toilet base cassette, which you release by pulling up the green handle at the bottom and pulling the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out 90 degrees, and the green cap here is blue fluid. On the back of the cassette, you've got a green pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. In this cassette, you'll need to put 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. Back of the caravan, you've got the 2 wind down legs to stabilise the van while it's on site, and as I said before, they are just there for stabilising, not lifting the caravan. Coming down the door side, you've got your 2 fridge vents. 2 fridge vents are simply there to allow hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. And behind one of those, there'll also be a gas flue for when you're in the fridge on gas. You've got a storage locker at the front for underneath the front seating area, and your barbecue gas point under the cover just here. Going on to the inside of the caravan now. You'll first need to come down into the front right hand corner and turn the power on. So it says volt on that button just there in the corner, and you'll need to have that power switch on to allow the electrical systems to work on board the caravan. Next to that you have your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a second. Underneath the front seating area on the right hand side of the caravan, you'll actually find your hot water tank. So once you've got the mains power turned on, you're going to need to fill the water system up. On the floor of the caravan in the front, next to the hot water tank, you're going to find the yellow drain down valve. That yellow drain down valve needs to be parallel with the floor prior to filling the water system up. If it's upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, all of the water on board the caravan will drain back out onto the floor underneath the van. Once you have that yellow valve parallel with the floor, or in line with the floor, you'll come over to every tap on board the caravan, and you'll open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. As you can see, I've already filled the water system up on board this van, but normally when you turn the tap on, the water system will be completely empty, as you are supposed to drain down the water system after each use of the caravan. So I'm just going to shut that tap back off for now, but you'd normally leave that open. And with the aqua roll connected on the outside of the caravan, you'll come over to the water pump switch at the front here and put the switch in the down position. Once that switch is in the down position, it will allow the water system on board the caravan to start filling up. Once the water system is full, you'll have water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan. And at that point then, you can shut all of the taps back off and you can start thinking about warming the water on board the caravan. So on the right hand side, at the front of the caravan, underneath the front seating area, you'll see you've got 3 different switches. You've got your actual room heating, your water heating on gas, and your electric water heater. To turn on the electric water heater, you just need to press this switch down. As you can see, I've already got it turned on at the moment, and that'll warm up on mains power if you're on a site with mains hookup. It will be a preset temperature around 35 to 40 degrees of water temperature. To operate the water heater on gas, you'll need to spin this dial round. So this little grey tab goes towards the gas symbol. And once it's ignited on gas, you'll get a green light in this window here on the right hand side. And if it fails to ignite on gas, which it will do in a second, you'll get a red light appear. As you can see, just there, a red light has just appeared. So that means it has failed to ignite on gas. If it does ignite on gas, then you'll be able to control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees of water temperature. We do advise that when you're showering on board the caravan, you use the gas as a boost for the water system. You don't have to have it running all the time, but I would advise you ignite it prior to using the shower, as it will warm up a lot quicker on gas than it does on electric. On the left hand side here, you have your room heating for the caravan, and that essentially operates this heater just here. Down the side, you'll see you've got 500, 1000 or 2000 watts of power coming into the caravan. It will depend on what caravan site you're on to what you set this power source to. Again, you'll use the outer grey dial and the little tag here on the edge to point it towards the number you want to use. But the best way of finding out what power source amount of power you can set this to is by asking the site office when you arrive on your holiday. Once you have it set, you can control the heater temperature with the dial in the centre between 1 and 9. The higher you go, the hotter the caravan will be internally. You can also use the heating on gas, which you do by coming over to the heater itself. On top of the heater, you have this dial on the left hand side. You spin the dial round between 10 and 9 and hold down the gas valve at the same time. Once it has ignited on gas, you'll have a pilot light in this window down the front of the heater, and once that pilot light is there, you'll continue to hold down the gas valve for a further 5 to 10 seconds, then slowly release the valve and you'll be able to control the temperature on top. The caravan is also fitted with blown air heating. Now around the caravan in different places you'll see these little cutouts and the little vents in the corners, as you can see, which will allow the hot air to come out of them. So on the dial on the right hand side of the heater, you have your fan speed dial on top, a bit like you have in your car. The dot here indicates the heat is going to come out the front of the heater, which is what it's currently doing. The wave symbol on the left hand side here allows you to use blown air. It will take quite a bit longer to warm up if you use the blown air straight away when you're trying to heat the caravan. That's continuous blown air. On the right hand side you have automatic blown air, where essentially the blown air cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the caravan if you have the heating turned on. If you haven't got the heating on, you can also use this as a cool air fan, just to blow some air around the caravan. It is not air conditioning by any means, however it will just circulate the air for you. Hob, grill and oven all work very much like your household appliances, no difference at all there. We then come to the fridge. The fridge is very simple to use. Power button on the front here to wake it up or to turn it on. It will then go to the power source that it sees first, so it's seeing 240 mains. Hopefully you can see that on the screen there. You've then got the option to run gas. On gas, it will self-ignite on gas. If it fails to ignite, it will flash the blue pilot light just here at the front, which will also flash blue if there is no mains power coming into the caravan. And on the end here, you have your 12 volt mode. So as you can see, the light's flashing at the moment. The 12 volt mode is essentially for when you are towing down the road, and it turns the fridge into a cool box. When there is no 12 volt supply coming from the car you're towing with, it will not go solid blue. But when you do connect to the car, you do not need to have the main control switch on in the front right hand corner of the caravan. That can be turned off. If you're on mains or gas, you can control the fridge temperature by using the button on the right hand side. And the higher you go with the bars, the colder the fridge will be. To turn the fridge off, you press and hold the power button, and it will isolate the power to the fridge. The last thing we go through on this particular caravan is the toilet system in the bathroom. So to flush the toilet, you have the blue button just here, which allows you to flush the toilet. The red light here will illuminate when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. And this little handle on the left hand side here allows the toilet waste into the cassette under the van. So when that's in this position, it will allow the waste to go in, and when it's in this position, it will not. You will also need to have the toilet waste handle in this position here when you are trying to remove the toilet waste cassette from underneath the van. So if you try to remove it with that flap open, it will actually damage the toilet waste cassette itself. So this is the Fleetwood Sonata. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you for now. Bye bye.